She mad because she missed her whole phase, Steph. Well, apparently Ayesha Curry out here talking crazy again, man. Making her husband look like a fool. At least that's what they saying. The headlines is headlining, bro. It makes sense, bro, because I can recall her saying some stupid things in the past. It's years ago. She said something to the effect of, while being married to the best NBA shooter of all time. I gotta find the clip. She says something to the effect of she wish she was getting male attention.
Something that really bothers me and honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, there are all these women throwing themselves, but me, the past 10 years, I don't have any of that. I have zero, this sounds weird, but male attention.
But I'm not about to go back down that rabbit hole because I'm sure she's going to have us going down some more rabbit holes today, man. But Ayesha Curry, wife of Steph Curry, they've been together for quite some time. Got a whole squad of kids, and she's been all over social media as of recently for saying some things up on this podcast. She's up on the Call Her Daddy podcast. Let's do it.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's it's one of those things you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
So apparently social media was giving her grief because of that. I read that headline, man. I'm not even mad at that. Right? I'm not even mad at that. I mean, if anything, it tells the girls out here doing it the career way, the modern woman way, that is not the way because you're going to miss your blessing. It also shows how much she wanted that man that she was willing to stop pursuing her goals in order for her man to pursue her. And then now you see her, she's in a nice little pocket. A kept woman, a face of the league, a wag. You know what I'm talking about? So let that be a lesson or an example to all these girls out here trying to go career first. You don't miss your blessing. At that point, she didn't know Steph Curry was going to be Steph Curry. Shout out to her for doing it the right way.
Okay, rewind 2 steps.
Yeah.
Married at 22.
Yeah.
How did you know you were ready for that?
I didn't. I just knew that I loved him and I'd never experienced anything else. I'd never felt any differently than this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. And so we kind of just dove in. And
did anyone or you or Steph or anyone have any hesitations about we're getting married in our early 20s or no?
No. And I say this all the time to our family. I'm like, you guys, 22. I'm like, you guys. I'm like, not a single parent. Nobody was like, hey guys, are you sure? Everybody was like, no, this is what's happening and we love you and we love you and it's going to be great. It's just wow. Totally. When I really look at it.
Well, and again, because there are so many people that may watch this that are 22 for them, whether it's because they watched their parents get married young or whatever, it was normal. But you in the beginning of this interview started by being like, girl, I didn't even think I wanted to get married.
Yes, exactly.
So it is a big deal that at 22,
It's a mixture of that and a mixture of there are levels to 22. There's different styles of 22-year-olds. But I was the naive, very young, unpolished 22-year-old. I didn't have very much life experience. And so it's just interesting.
It is, but it's
She really just said that, huh? She really just said that, dog. That she missed out on being a hoe. She missed out on being a hoe. That's the only thing you missing out on. Getting involved with somebody that early, bro. Because it ain't like it didn't work. It worked. Y'all still together, happily ever after. Right? Ain't no such thing as a perfect relationship. I know, man. But from the outside looking in, it seemed perfect. And y'all still together. Y'all still rocking with each other this long, with this man, this many babies in. That is the Cinderella story, bro. That is the happily ever after, man. That's the shit that was wanted, was pursued, was the goal before, until we tapped into, degenerate era where it's OnlyFans this, throwing it back that. And you really gonna come up here and make it an issue that you got married so young when that should be the goal, bro. And it ain't like y'all are some young ass whippersnappers, bro. Like Steph pushing 40. So she got to be in her, early to mid 30s at least. It ain't like y'all just now got married at 22, right? That would be a conversation to be had just because society is as fucked up as it is right now. But back when y'all got together, when Steph was at Davidson, bro, society wasn't as cooked as it is now, man. So it wasn't unheard of getting married that young. That's what our parents did and our grandparents did and our great-grandparents did, man. Right? And that's the type of women most smart men want, bro. She just described herself as the woman a lot of men will be out here going to battle for. Untouched, pure, naive, right? And you get to go in and experience the world with the man of your dreams. But to come up here and give off like resentful vibes, or like, I wish I would have been able to experience more. Like, what else do you need to experience? You've had more experiences than most with the amount of resources you've had available to you along this journey, the places you've gone, the things you've seen, things you've done, things you've purchased, house you live in. The only one experience you didn't get to have that everybody else got was to bounce on different dicks. That's crazy. I mean, it's crazy for Ayesha Curry to come up here on this big ass podcast and admit that to the world, and imagine the effect that's going to have onto the female listeners. And we're okay, if Ayesha Curry is regretting the fact that she got married too early, okay, I need to push off Prince Charming. I may need to push off this potential perfect man for me, because I need to experience other dick, other dates, other experiences with men. For what? For what? Your shit works. Right, y'all shit's pure. Y'all got this shit that most motherfuckers would dream of. But no, you want to get filled out by another man? She mad because she missed her whole phase stuff. And you know what? Can't even get. I mean, nah, bro. Even if this is what you believe, what you feel, keep it to yourself, dog. Right? You are a reflection of your man. You represent your man. Right? That's what you signed up for. You're not a spearhead. You're not a face of y'all's brand. It's Steph. So you out here making him look crazy, right? But at the end of the day, she's making him look crazy. Why? Because that's a reflection on Steph, right? You can tell a lot by a man by how his woman acts, especially in public, bro. And she gonna come up here on this fucking platform and pretty much say, I got married too early and I regret the fact that I didn't have a whole phase, bro. That's what the fuck that means in between the lines, bro. And that's the representation of Steph. So that's a reflection of Steph. That shows how Steph is as a man. That your woman will come up here saying some crazy shit like this, bro. Sound like Steph out here betaing it up, bro. But you know what I mean? That don't make no sense to me, bro. Steph is a dog, at least on the I'm tripping. I'm speaking with my heart, not my mind. Just because you out here a dog on the court don't mean you a dog behind closed doors, bro. You know what I mean? Be a whole different motherfucker with your woman, bro. You know what I mean? That's a spade, right? But still, that strikes me as surprising, man. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking about the nuance of it all, bro. It's like, he may be had by the balls or whatnot, bro. Like, they married for years. He's, in it, 4 kids, millions and millions of bucks, bro. It may be some shit where he just ain't able to separate himself, bro. But I don't even want to put that negative energy out there, bro. I'm just trying to make it make sense, bro, that, the best 3-point shooter of all, the best shooter, the best sniper of all time in the NBA got his woman out here embarrassing him on debatably the biggest female podcast there is, bro. You know what I mean? But most of the viewers of this are women, so they're not looking at Steph crazy. They're looking at Steph as, oh, he's sweet. You know what I mean? Nah, bro. That ain't it, bro. That ain't it, dog. You know what I'm saying? Steph is not running a tight ship. Not even a tight ship, bro. Like, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to Steph. I missed out on my whole phase. I missed out on my whole phase, and I regret it. I'm only had this one light-skinned tip that's giving me the whole fucking world, but, it's crazy. It's crazy.
There are a lot of people in sports that don't obviously have to go through as much of the conversation around like fame and spotlight as you and your husband have had to. How did being in the spotlight impact your relationship in the early days? Because you guys didn't know how to handle it.
It's a double-edged sword because parts of it have afforded me doors to be open. I obviously have to walk through them and then put in the work to stay in the room. But that, I think, would be the elephant in the room, is like, I'm grateful for that side of things. But on the flip side, I in the beginning hated it so much. I did not sign up for that. I also always thought, like, I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. Like, he said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. Like, I thought I was going to be like the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know. And so it just like, it was weird. And sports fans are so different than like maybe entertainment world fans. And oftentimes it's like very ruthless. And so I think I wasn't expecting that either. I remember like one time right after my first was born, she was whiny, so I was like, let me just nurse her in the back seat. And Stefan was putting a bike or something in the trunk. And this woman like opens the car door and she sticks her head in and she's like, I just wanted to see the baby. And I'm like, excuse me. And she looks me dead in my face and goes, oh, honey, you know what you signed up for. And then like shuts the door on me.
That's tough.
And I was just crying because I was like postpartum. I was just bawling my eyes out. And I'm like, what? Like, is this what it's going to be like?
Wow.
And so the beginning phases.
I'd be interested in hearing if she'd be willing to trade it off, though, right? The lack of privacy, situations like this, just all the extra that comes with being with one of the most famous men in the world, famous athletes in the world, and all the luxuries it affords you. You don't got to worry about bills. You can do what you want whenever you want. Resources infinite. You know what I mean? You don't have to struggle like the majority of the world does. Or would you trade that for Steph being a high school basketball coach, but you have to worry about bills now? She may bring up the fact, well, we're not going to have to worry about bills because I was going to be a boss bitch. You don't fucking know that. You definitely wouldn't be on no level of no Steph Curry, bro. Which would you rather take?
And as a woman, like, did you ever experience any type of like direct scrutiny over just like you or what you looked like or how you were acting?
Oh, all the time. I feel like I still do. And that's okay. But
how did that impact you though early on when you were like, I'm still not equipped to handle this? Because now you're like seasoned. Yes, it affects you, but you now have the tools of like, I've been here before. I know exactly how to handle this moment.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it doesn't still hurt.
It was so depressing. And also, it was during that time when this like social media thing was just ramping up. And so people were going buck wild and just spewing opinions on things that didn't warrant opinions. And so I think for a while,
Bro, everything warrants an opinion if someone has an opinion for it, bro. It's such a narcissistic point of view. Like, if it's out there, people gonna have opinions, bro. It just come with the territory and life.
Yeah, I was very critical of myself because of the things that I was seeing.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you?
Bro, did she really just say that? Did she really say this is definitely a woman podcast, dog? And the delusion is delusioning. That's crazy, bro. To come up here and compare it to Steph and whatever stress she feel like she going through being a spouse of Steph compared to the amount of scrutiny that one Steph has to deal with. Are you fucking dumb? Yeah, they're dumb. 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 Right? You could apply that to like the real world. Like your average man doesn't deal with the physical scrutiny that women do because of the beauty standard, because men and women are different. Right, that's a conversation to be had, but then you got to deal with all the other things that men get scrutinized for outside the way they look compared to what women get judged for. Women don't get scrutinized in totality, nowhere near the way a man gets scrutinized. You know what I mean, man wouldn't even be seen, but that's for another day. But for you to come up here with a straight face and say that getting scrutinized because of an off night, and that pales in comparison to the amount of scrutiny she gets as a fucking wife, that's just idiotic. Idiotic, bro. Right? Just because she may feel worse due to the minimal amount of scrutiny she's getting compared to the scrutiny Steph gets, a whole different situation. She may not be built for it, but to be a professional athlete, elite professional athlete, the best shooter of all time, back to back championships, 4-time NBA champion, get criticized from the professionals all the way down to the lowest of trolls every day. Social media going all the fucking time, bro. That will literally break. It has broken grown men, has broken athletes, can't even perform, can't even compete. Like, are you stupid? Oh, it's just an off night. What? I'm sure Steph has received death threats. What? Because I don't know, somebody gonna call her fat or something. Some troll, right? Where, you know, Steph, all these fools, Steph, KD, Kawhi, Braun, whomever, have to deal with legitimate sports analysts, sports figures, celebrities, you know what I'm saying, getting their name thrown in songs, streamers talking about them all. What? We're comparing a mountain to a pebble. But, you know, that's that woman speak. Women speak emotion only, bruh. I feel bad, so it has to be worse than what Steph is going through. Bitch, please.
Talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself. So if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like, he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't.
Because he a man.
And he also comes from a
Because
place
he's a fucking man, bruh. We live in reality, dog. That's no shade. It is what it is, bruh. It is what it is. Bitch, I got to worry about going out here dropping 40 on these motherfuckers' heads. Ain't nobody worried about no bitches in the comments.
Like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true, so why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel.
Boom.
And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real.
Facts.
I mean, that's so men where you're like, no, wait, but I want to talk about it for 4 more hours.
Yeah.
Can you just sit down? And they're like, you want me to solve it for you?
Yeah.
It's not real. We both know it's not real, blah, blah.
He's like,
no.
go to bed.
Go to sleep. You're like in the bathroom brushing your teeth. You're like, another thing.
Shout out Steph, bro. That goes back. What is it? What that old book is? Like, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. That's a fact, bro. We look at the world entirely different, bro. But, you know, we the same, though. In 2025, we the same. Yeah, I mean, gender is fluid. Ain't no such thing as male and female. It's just everything. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Steph got to get his girl some PR training, bro. Unless he just, I mean, different strokes for different folks, bro. But it's very eye opening that, you know, someone of Steph's position, Steph's stature, would have the reflection of him, his wife, his queen, the mother of his kids, out here talking crazy. I wish I would have had my whole phase. We shouldn't have got married so early because I missed out on some dick. That's really the only thing I got from this shit, bro. That's wild, bro. Hey, Steph. It's telling, bro. Not even like, you know what I'm saying? Steph can do what he want to do, bro. But like big picture. Like the lesson learned in this motherfucker, bro, for just men generally, bro. Like your woman is a reflection of you. And she out here talking crazy, dressed crazy. That's you. Right? If she's saying that, you know, openly in the public, can't imagine how y'all interact with each other, what the things she may be saying to you, right? Or things you allow her to do, right? Yeah, I mean, but he run his house different, dog. But, you know. Whew. Got to be careful out this motherfucker, boy. Anyway, thoughts.